Virgos, welcome to your October readings. I'm actually seeing this one for you. Beautiful Virgos, welcome to October. Welcome if you're returning, welcome if you're new. And if you are a member of my Patreon community or my YouTube membership where I put my extended readings, thank you so much for bearing with me over the last couple of months when I haven't been doing extendeds. Let's look at your first card. You have turquoise. Wow, that's got a stunning energy. Virgos, due to my family commitments over the last couple of months, I have not been able to do extendeds, but I am today. And they will be on Patreon and in the YouTube members area for anyone wanting to access them if you're brand new. Anyway, let's look at what is happening for my Virgos for October. You have the energy of turquoise. This has got a stunning energy coming off it. I have to say that. I don't know if you're feeling that, my beautiful ones. Let's draw your oracle cards. What is happening in October for my lovely Virgos, please? May I kindly ask what is happening in October for my lovely Virgos? I'm seeing this and definitely that one too. I do actually feel it's this one as well. Okay, put your tarot cards to one side for a minute. You've got wisdom. You've got willpower. You have rebirth. Oh my goodness me, you have destiny and you have growth of energy. No wonder there's a stunning energy coming off your first card of turquoise. Now I'm going to read to you the message from this book. They're ever so specific. I love these cards. All of the cards, by the way, are listed in the description below and I will put them in a comment for you as well. Let me just read you the information about turquoise. I think that must be on the next page. Yeah, turquoise. Speaking one's truth, clear communication, purification. Don't be afraid to speak your truth. A situation that is causing you concern can easily be resolved by simply expressing how you truly feel. You will not hurt or upset anyone by speaking your truth. In fact, speaking your truth has the opposite effect to what you think. By communicating your feelings and preferences clearly and honestly, all concerned will be relieved. At present, others are rather confused because they sense that all is not the way you are purporting it to be. This magical turquoise crystal will help you to ease any fear you have regarding clear and true communication with either yourself or others. Okay, so clear communication, wisdom, willpower. There's quite a flow of energy here, really, my beautiful ones. I mean, wisdom, willpower, leading to rebirth. This is actually about saying how you really feel. Now remember, when you are standing side by side with someone, look at these, growth of energy. We've got two eggs and then a big egg in the middle and this sort of like sacred geometry going on here. I think that maybe it's not two versions of events. That's not what I'm picking up on. It's like what matters to you deep down and how you feel is different to the way that somebody else feels about the same situation. So what matters to them deep down is different. I mean, it would be like, this is just what's randomly come to my mind, but I'm going to go with it. It would be like if you were, let's say you were living at home and you're making a wonderful contribution, you've been through university, you're working, and you're making a wonderful contribution to the family, but actually you kind of want to go out on your own. And so from your perspective, you're really longing for the freedom and the liberty and the excitement of having your own place. Whereas actually the family you're with may be quite anxious about losing you. They may be very happy for you to fly the nest, and they recognise perhaps there are financial implications, but most importantly, really they're worried about you. because they are concerned that if you fly the nest, will you be all right? Can you look after yourself? Will you have enough funds to get to sort of cover everything yourself? You know, and both perspectives are completely honourable, they're completely right, and they're both completely justified in love. But actually, and neither one is wrong, you know, there's let's say a family sort of concern, will you be okay? We know how much you earn, you know, will you be able to cover everything? Because we can't really help you, we're going to have to cover the extras when you're not here, kind of thing. And yet you're longing to do your own thing. And actually you may well have really sat down with your wonderful Virgo energy and worked out a really clear budget. And they might be thinking, yes, but you won't have much fun in life because all your money's going to go in this one direction. And you're kind of thinking, well, yeah, but, you know, actually I want the freedom to have a roof over my own head and I'm really convinced this is right for me. So neither one is wrong. There's not a wrong or a right. It's just there are two different wisdoms, you could say. The way to handle this is to not be like a bull in a china shop. You know, that there is absolutely every potential here to move this forwards in a really, really positive way. In fact, with the Destiny card, it would suggest that this is almost as though this is actually meant to happen. There's timing around this. And I think there is a new egg to be hatched. Part of the exciting growth here is not just the new that will come from this conversation, but it's also the fact that those conversations are possible and that an amazing outcome can be found. That's also part of the new. Let's draw your tarot cards, my lovely Virgos, and see what we can see. In the extendeds, I will almost certainly really begin to explore what kind of choices there are here to try and find out a bit more about this. Though, having said that, let's draw your tarot cards first before I really, really understand what's needed in the extended readings today. I am seeing this and this and this. I'm also seeing that one and that one and that one. And actually, yeah, it's that one there. Let's look at these first. If we need more, we can draw them. Whoa, you've got the Three of Swords. You then have the Three of Cups. This is such a lovely energy. You've then got the Two of Swords and the card of Gratitude. I need to just move these along a bit. Let me make sure we've got everything in view for you. We've got the Five of Swords, we've got the Knight of Wands, and we have Invocation. Okay, now Invocation is a card that is unique to this pack. It's very much about what you can create. Okay, I'm going to suggest that you, if you don't already, if you're following my channel and my readings, you probably do actually listen to the readings that connect to the moons, to the new moon and the full moon. I am going to suggest that you consider working with the energy of the moon for this, if you've never done it before, even just for this one moon cycle, as in the moon month. The Three of Swords is you're needing to call a halt to something. You do need to speak your truth. You do need to say no to something. What is really lovely is it's going to be really well received. Okay, and again, this is a bit like that energy of, it's a bit like if you have to say no to a child who's running riot. Well, you know, you kind of dread the temper tantrum that might come, but you know, actually they will feel really, really safe because you've said no. So there's something here. This could even be saying no to yourself over something. The result is actually really favourable. It creates a kind of turning point and it opens up opportunity for choices and decisions to be made. This is one of those, everyone will be relieved to know how everyone feels. It's a bit like at the moment, I think, something isn't really being said and it becomes a bit like an elephant in the living room where something isn't being moved forwards, but it kind of needs to be, because you can't really openly make proper choices and decisions unless you kind of actually So you have to draw the line over something basically here. You have to sort of say something about it. You don't have to be a bull in a china shop. Just actually speak with, gentleness and speak with wisdom. I think it will create a really positive outcome. Now, I do think there are further consequences from this. I think there's more to it, a bit like the rebirth, the destiny, the growth of energy. We've got the Five of Swords, Knight of Wands, which moves something on fast, and then a lot more choice, learning, potentially a whole moon cycle, like a moon month. Now, 29.5 days approximately, to be precise, to be as precise as I can be. It is approximate, but it's near enough, 29.5 days. I think that there will be a definite change that comes from this. So the first part of your reading is about actually kind of saying how it is. The second part of your reading is then about making kind of wise choices accordingly, really thinking about how to move this forwards. And I think this will be well received, and I think there are outcomes that are really positive. But when you create an outcome, like a new beginning, you've then got to work out how to navigate that new beginning. So then there are sort of further consequences. But what's really interesting is that the further consequences, even though they may on the surface appear to be a challenge, actually this is going to be really fertile, and I think literally within a month you're going to see some really, really significant and positive changes. We've got a key here. It's almost as if, I almost feel as though at the moment somebody is sort of entrapped in a situation or in a pattern of behaviour or a thinking pattern, or somebody's locked into something. And I actually think that this unlocks it. It could even be that you're in a position of sort of battle where there's an elephant in the living room and everyone's tripping over it, walking around it, no one can see the telly, kind of thing, but no one's ever said, look, there's an elephant in the way. And I think it needs to be said. And I think once it is said, it unlocks a new pathway of momentum. And there's a bit of trepidation around the saying of it and the unlocking of it, but in all honesty, it will shift everything. And that's actually what I'm seeing for you, Virgo, in October. This is your reading. Now, what I do think I'm going to dive into, let's really think about the extendeds. I think it would be really, really helpful to seek advice and guidance. Firstly, around how you speak your truth. How do you tackle this actual situation? I think that's probably the first area. I think the second area is then to ask for advice and guidance about how this then unfolds, what comes from this. Either to have a look in more detail at what comes from it, but also to know how to navigate. Because once you make a choice, you're then on a clear pathway, and it's like, how do you then navigate that pathway? So for me, this is about almost really seeking some advice and guidance in the specifics here. So my beautiful Virgos, thank you so much for joining me. I think there is going to be nothing but positivity that comes from this. But yeah, I think that's definitely the focus for the extendeds, because of the Destiny card as well. I think this sort of possible almost like stalemate elephant in the living room scenario situation, I just think it's actually tying everybody in a really unhelpful way, and I don't think anything of real value will come until it is moved forwards. And so this is absolutely a win-win-win-win-win situation for everyone. So my beautiful Virgos, the links to Patreon and the YouTube membership area, which is where all of my all zodiac sign readings are put, are in the description below, and I'll put them in a comment. You are welcome to join me. For those of you already over there, thank you so, so much. Beautiful souls, I look forward to seeing you either for the extendeds or in another reading really soon. Tons of love, Virgos.